Post-League wrap-up. A little bit of a disappointing Post-League wrap-up because once again, clean 3-0 sweep. Looks like we're going to 5-0, but then it's super incredibly close losses in the last two, which feels like making excuses. But like, it really, I think the last Hammer Time game I could have won game one. I can't remember. Yeah. Because I forgot about the natural equip of Hammer. So, obviously though, the thing is, because I think of how the random number generator works, I think it generates the deck at random, but once the game starts, it's set. But I think because of the way the random number generator works, who knows how game two would have been from like a sort of like, I don't know, it's not technically a quantum standpoint, but like a, who knows how games 2 and 3 would have been with a different randomized deck because of probably the difference in timing and how and when we concede it or whatever, whatever the random number generator checks for to generate the random order of the deck. But which actually makes me wonder, like, has anybody actually figured out like because my understanding is most random number generators, like you can kind of like in video games, like in the old Mega Man games, for example, like you can kind of manipulate them by like making the bosses like jump a certain way when you jump a certain way, which I guess makes them yeah, because that's the thing. The term random and random number generator is a little bit of a misnomer because it's not truly random. The idea is that inputs that you're not supposed to be thinking about create all kinds of different variations in what like the enemy AI does. But the thing is that it seems random if you don't actually catch on the correlation. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Hopefully nobody like. Hopefully either the random number generator is drawing its sort of like whatever it's basing its random numbers off of from some type of external source, like something on Wizards like internal drive or something. I'm not a computer whiz or anything, so I don't know. Most of what I know about computers and about programs and stuff like that is actually just from gaming, and of course to some extent obviously work, but like but actually a lot of stuff that helped me in work actually also I learned I learned a lot about computers. Let's just say getting Steam to work actually teaches you a lot about computers, but that's a story for another day. Or getting rather the games that you download off of Steam to work. But anyway, yeah, so like a little bit disappointing, but like we had the tools, I think, to beat just about everything. I guess Go for the Throat actually doesn't work on Inkmoth Nexus, now that I think about it, because it's an artifact. So like that is a kind of a us, a point against it, but so it could be like a sacrifice effect, like we could play Liliana's Triumph or Liliana's Edict or whatever that card is. Basically Diabolic Edict, but just better nowadays. Or we could play like Devour Flesh or something. But Devour Flesh goes against kind of like the aggro theme of our deck, but it can help us gain life if we need it. Maybe that's what we want to do. It also can be it can also be more answers to Merfolk-Post actually. Yeah, it could be, because if we leave 2 mana up in response to Bolt's Trickery, casting Merfolk-Post, we can cast like a Diabolic Edict effect. Yeah, actually, there might be some merit to that, although we saw how Go for the Throat can actually be pretty good still. Can be pretty good targeted removal. Like, obviously, it won us game 2 against the Infect deck. But probably we could have dismembered too if we had our eye on the prize, as they say. But we didn't end up winning that anyway. But after we lost track of things, it was because we had the flexibility of Go for the Throat. But actually, in this specific meta, I think I am going to try out Liliana's. What's it called, this card? I don't think I really have too many edicts, so I'll have to look for them, but like, alright, still, the deck seems to have chops, and like, there wasn't anything intrinsic about those games, and the way they went that makes me think that we would have done better with the mono blue, or with the more mono blue version. Yeah, it's just like just really hoping to 5-0 again, but you know, sometimes you just gotta. I think the less you care sometimes, the more the easier it is, actually. Anyway, I might just try swapping Go for the Throat with an Edict effect, especially since it is pretty good against the giant Eldrazi of today. But we'll see. All right, until next time.